quick question for you, Chris and Marcos. Why is it that we get into a car but get on a bus?
Because you step into the car, but you have to physically like walk up steps on a bus. So you're getting on it versus in it. See what I'm saying? See, that's what I just said. For anyone who can't hear, he's saying it's a state of being. All right, we don't need to get philosophical here.
Well, it's just, I feel like this is leading up to the whole water is wet kind of situation.
Not the same.
Wet is a state. You can't.
No, see, you're going thinking about it too deep, man. It's just you get on a bus, you physically have to get like on it, up and on.
This gives me time to put my lime and get my salt ready and shit like that. Anyway, so Marcos, real quick, the NFL season has started, right? Yep. And last season, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but during the season, they have a community bank commercial going out. You know, Mahomes was narrating. Well, he was in the commercial.
Were you wearing green?
In this previous one.
The previous one,
this current one, yes.
I think we saw you.
Oh, yeah. Wow, okay.
I was mentioning to my kids that you were in it, and my son was like, I think that was him in green. I was like, I missed it, but I'm glad they saw it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so, a lot of people are having trouble. It took him forever to figure it out.
Yeah, I couldn't find you. I remember seeing your beard.
Yeah, that's what a lot of others had said, that it was the giveaway was the beard. I was like, okay, that's fair. That's a good way to notice. I was like, yeah, because during that shoot, I had made sure, like, I knew for a fact I was like behind Andy Reid's head. I kind of keep doing that same motion over and over again. I was like, okay, I know for a fact I'm gonna be in this commercial.
Yeah.
Was it the State Farm?
Yeah,
I think so.
It was State Farm,
Yeah. So that's with Mahomes
and Jake from State Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of people will not see him because that's the time you go get something to eat or go get something to drink or the break time. So
I know.
Anyway, but like I was telling Marcos, I said he reminded me of Sasquatch or Bigfoot because he's blurry.
Oh.
Nobody's really seeing him, so Marcos is like a blur walking by. It almost looks like you're pretty fast.
I guess.
Okay, and then what scene you did that, and then wasn't there another scene where you were working the register?
Yeah, for like a very brief second, you see me behind the register. Like, again, brief, because I was in like two different spots that shoot. You really can't tell in that one. Like, I know it's me because I was there, because I did it, but no one else can say, oh yeah, that's for sure you.
Where was this filmed at? Was it here in town, right? But where about?
Raymore.
Raymore, Missouri?
Yeah, we're in Missouri. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's some little burger joint.
But they didn't advertise the burger joint on there, right? I don't think they did. I don't think they can.
No, that wasn't the point. The episode or that shoot wasn't about burgers or anything. It was just the metaphor.
Yeah, but they were eating fries or something.
Yeah, they were doing
nuggets.
Yeah,
or something like that. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. How come my applause don't work?
I don't know.
I thought you fixed it.
I did. It is. It's just terrible. Again, everybody watching, please follow the different social medias that we have. Follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok, follow the Facebook page. You can find us at The Big Modcast. Yes. Find us anywhere that you can find podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
So. And even if you guys just Google would work. As soon as you Google, put at the Big Modcast, and everything will pop up. And if I see you, I have business cards for everybody. You can easily hit the QR code, right? QR code on my business cards, and to get you right where you need to be. But you gotta come see me first, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and introduce our guest, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Rafa and Martha Ramirez.
Thank you for having us.
I'm glad you guys are here. I know you guys have a busy schedule here and there, and everything good.
Yeah,
gracias a Dios, everything's good.
That's good. Yeah, how's you guys' summer been?
Busy.
Yeah.
Always busy.
Yeah, I mean, 4 kids and 2 businesses and
a grandbaby.
grandbaby. Oh,
One
yeah.
grandbaby, right?
Yes. He's our world. He's
Oh, I bet.
definitely our world.
Yeah, no, that's
Everything revolves around him. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's all good.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. How are we doing this evening? Was it a busy day today?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you still on the clock?
I'm still on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my laptop.
Yeah. Is it on its way now?
It's on its way.
All right, sweet. How far away from here?
10 minutes.
We're just on the 13th Street. So 14th Street is the cathedral, if people know where St. Peter's Cathedral's at.
Okay, in Central,
Yes.
right? On the Central side.
His old stomping ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you grew up?
Yeah. On 7th Street in between Ohio, 8th Street, between Ohio and Tenney. So you know where the Go Chicken Go is on 7th
first
Street.
one.
Who doesn't know where that
Yeah.
goes?
The
Chicken is,
original?
right? The
Yeah.
original one.
That was
Yeah.
that was the spot. And then there used to be a Dairy Queen across the street from there. That's not there anymore.
I know,
And
that's
then
pretty sad.
Down the street where our 7-Eleven, that was our spot on. It used to be on 7th and Central, behind the bank. There's a U.S. bank or whatever. But
Right on that corner,
Yep,
or the
right.
crossway. Yeah.
Yep. There used to be a 7-Eleven there.
Okay.
And we used to stop there before we went to Central Middle School to stop and get some apple pies and stuff for the morning.
Yep.
What?
That we walked.
Apple pies. Someone's baking apple pies?
You know those small
Like
packets?
the hostess apple pies.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
different.
no, not like that.
He literally thought somebody
He
was
like, yeah,
somebody was
a fresh.
cutting
Yeah,
pie and
you
putting it
could
on
just
plates.
stop by 7-Eleven with some.
I don't know. It was different back then.
Yeah, that's funny. Are you guys familiar with the show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been watching
Do
you
it,
guys. I love it.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Did you binge watch like our last guest did?
I've been watching it as we
Oh,
go.
yes,
Yeah. And then you told me to look at Heras.
Heras
episode.
Amoras?
Oh my God.
Was that funny or what?
Oh, that was so hilarious.
He's our compadre.
Yeah.
Our compadre, and then my cousin Greg. That was
Yeah,
funny.
those were
too.
great,
That was
too.
just-
Goal,
Great
yeah,
memory.
Goal Fire Protection. They came in as well, and Greg had come in
Twice. Yeah.
twice. That was the second time. The first time he came in, he was my
by
second.
himself.
Yeah, was he my third? The third episode.
I think it was third.
Yeah, he came in by himself, and he did a good job. Yeah, and we, of course, I'm sure those stories that we said there, you're probably like, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah. No,
'Cause-
but I mean, with my cousin Greg, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool because I mean he's around a lot of people and stuff, so it's kind of natural for him to
Yeah.
just
that guy could talk to he could talk to a tree and somehow get answers from it. He has goats now and chickens.
and
And have you
trying
guys
to-
been up to his place?
yes,
have.
yes.
It's almost like going to like a petting zoo.
Yeah.
Take the grandbaby there. Take your kids there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, we're actually trying to make our way over. We had talked to them, and they're like, "Yeah, it's still hot," and I think they had their chickens and in boxes or something, trying to cool down because it was too damn hot. Because there could have been some grilled chicken out there if they stay out in this damn heat.
Rotisserie
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, they're turning themselves around trying to get out of it. Yeah. Was it a nerve-wracking day for you guys, knowing that you guys were going to be in today?
No,
No.
I was pretty excited.
Yes, we were excited to be
I
here.
appreciate that. And then did you tell the kids? And
Yeah, told the kids and a couple of the family members and
Yes.
So, yeah.
I told my mom. My mom said que te saludara.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, hello to her
She said
too.
to
Yeah.
say hello to your family, and I said, "Do you want to come?" She was like, "No, I'll pass."
She said no, because then you guys
I
are trying
think she
to
was
put
getting
me.
nervous.
Yeah, she was getting nervous for you guys. You two have been on the big stage before, though. That's why I thought, this is going to be easy for you guys. Because Martha, did you dance back in the day?
I did not.
You didn't
my
dance?
Kids and my husband danced.
So you
I never
did.
danced. I was in the background doing hair, doing makeup, getting the vestuarios ready. I was doing the.
And you were doing this for your kids as well, right? Because they would
with
dance.
El Grupo Atotonilco.
Yeah, you know, my son Mario danced for a little while there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did that for a
So
little
Rafa
bit.
danced
I
with
started
my
with
cousins.
Rosemary. Yeah, no, I actually
With my
started with
cousin
your cousin
Lucha and
Lucha and
Vicky
Vicky.
Torres.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew and Jose's sisters.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We practiced in their driveway where their mom and dad used to stay. But they own they're like, I mean, they have the family lives right next to each other.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The nephews now and the grandpas and
So he
the
started with
brothers.
them, and then you went on to to dance with Rosemary.
Yeah, I went with Rosemary, with my brothers and sisters, and then we had our little family band too. So I don't know if you remember also as the Johnny Lopez and
Isaías and Irma.
Isaías, and well, they live next door to us.
Okay.
And
Sandra.
they used to have their little band, and then we had our band.
Yes, the Lopez. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, their band. I remember. Yeah, Juan and
Juan
yeah,
and,
Juan. What was the older brother?
That's Jose. Dang, I can't.
Yeah, it's
I
all
can't
right.
remember his name.
It happens.
And you guys used to play for the fiestas at
Yeah, we
St.
used to play for
Thomas.
the fiestas at
Yeah.
Thomas and our family Ramirez band.
Yeah.
So it was a family band. So we kind of did before Selena came out.
There
You
we
know,
go.
it was my sister on the drums, my brother on the piano, I was on the bass, my uncle was the guitar player because he was really good, and my dad sang. And my mom would help fill in, or my little sister would play the congas or the cowbell. And so we had our own little family band. But my uncle wanted to take us to the bars. Like, oh, yeah, we could jam with the kids. And my dad said, nah, we can do church. So we played for the church or family birthdays.
Yeah, because depending on your guys' age range, you shouldn't be taking dependent kids to a bar.
Exactly, dude.
So you did the band thing, and then
We
was that
did
the
the-
same time the dancing as well?
Yeah, we kind of did the band, and then went off and did the dancing.
Folklore.
But I danced with both of them, Rosemary, and then with Tato Tonilco.
Not until Lucero
that's,
was
some
7.
kids.
Our oldest daughter was 7, and then he's always been a great dancer, and he just loves that. So folklore. So then,
Yeah, that's
it was
cool.
actually pretty easy because we were there already taking our kids, our
Yeah.
3 girls, and then so he just kind
During
of jumped
John
in.
Paul and Quito.
The chaudas.
And those guys are
Juan,
those guys are still dancing as well, right?
I think
when you were
so.
dancing?
Oh, yeah.
they were still dancing.
Yeah. We had, I think
And
I-
you know Aniceto.
Yes,
Herrera, yeah.
yes.
So yeah, his parents
He
live
was
up the
there.
street from
Yes.
us.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he's my daughter Lucero's age. They're around the same age because they would dance. in
Weren't
the same
weren't they
group.
like partners?
Probably.
Yeah,
okay, I
Probably.
think-
depending
Whatever.
on what dances they were
Yeah.
dancing.
Yeah.
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 Ah, that's cool.
Good times.
We had up to,
Yeah.
I think, 75 dancers.
Members
So we
at that
called it
time.
the adult group,
Damn, that's a lot of
the
costumes.
youth group,
lot of
and we call
lot
the
of hair
babies
to
the
do.
kids.
babies, the youth, and then the adults.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
kudos
we
to
all,
the Chaurans and Maria
Yeah.
Chauran. She's
Yeah.
Juan
she's been
Carlos,
awesome.
all of them were great.
We went to Mexico twice.
Yeah.
We went
Baja
to Saltillo.
California.
Went to Ensenada, Baja California.
Man, and,
They competed in Chicago. We
What
we had a
is-
good time.
yeah, but what is that like taking a group from America, Kansas City, to Mexico?
So we chartered a Conejo bus, or Maria did.
Okay.
And then whoever could go, went. So we drove from Kansas City. We went through Laredo. No. Yeah, to go to Saltillo. I don't remember where we went through when we went to Ensenada. San Diego. We flew to San Diego.
But as you're driving in there at the border,
They're
it's like
confused, weren't they?
green or red,
So
or
we had we had to push the button
Yeah.
at the border.
Yeah.
And if it was green, so we would get out of the Conejo bus, and we had our little carry-ons. And so there's my daughter Lucero.
Hello.
And so we had to get off with our maletas, and then we had to push the button.
Give it a second.
So if we were green, then we could keep going. And if it was red, then they had to stop para revisión. So
Wow.
it was good. It was fun.
But go ahead, take care of that. But back then, it was pretty easy to get across.
We didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think immigration came on the bus at one point, asked us for our documents. Everybody showed the documents. There was like 56 of us, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. On that one bus.
Yeah, we chartered the El Conejo.
Oh, that's cool.
It
That would-
was. It was
that-
an
oh, I
awesome
bet that'd be a
experience. Very
Fun
blessed.
trip.
Yeah.
All you guys.
As you're dancing, as you watch over other kids, or you just become a family. So everybody's helping each other out.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about it. You just grow as a family.
Okay. And that would have been cool to do back in the day. But that's the thing. That's why I'm saying you guys would get in there. I mean, to compare the way you guys dance here, right, in the States, and then take it across the border when it's almost like it's a natural thing for them to do over there. And there was no competition. Was there a competition?
Yeah,
It
we
was
went
for
for a
us.
competition.
So it was a,
Yeah.
how,
they
and
participated in the competition.
how'd you guys do? And do you recall?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean it.
I mean, to me, everybody wins. It's a win-win
Yeah,
thing. You know, it's
exactly.
just, you're just out there having fun.
Exactly.
Just to have the
But
experience.
and to represent, you know,
Well,
the
to
States,
us, you
KC.
know, when they think of, you know, Americanos coming over to do some work, you know, and we're happy, you know, you see a little bit of everything, right? When you bring little kids, older group, you know, like you as the older group, you always have to represent, right? You want to show
Set the
them
example.
the smiles and the gritos and the
Yeah.
whistles and the you know, really looking into your partner's eyes. And then when the sombrero covers, you know, it's more like, oh wow, they're kissing, or you know, something.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of that is part of the show, right? You
Yeah.
know, and so you show that to the youth, and they you know, try to do the same thing you're doing, and then the babies, you know, they're just. It's like soccer, right? Everybody goes with the ball, but
Yeah.
they're dancing the
There
same
we
way. It's
go.
just like all doing everything, but it's so cool to see them grow,
We
you know,
didn't
and
take
learn
the
it.
babies to
No,
Mexico.
not there. Yeah,
I think our
But I'm-
youngest, Mireya, at that time was maybe 4 or 5, and she was able to keep up with the
With the older
Yeah, with
kids.
the older
Oh,
kids.
cool, yeah.
Because since she was little, she was watching her dad and her sisters, so it was easy for her, and so Maria would let her go. So that
Yeah.
was a real blessing for us. And her first performance, Mireya's first performance, was at the Folly Theater in front of 500 people. And she
was 3 at
She was
that
only 3 years old at the
Dang,
time.
that's funny. We had
It's impressive.
Maribel, or what's her name? Really tall youth, and I just thinking it's so funny because she's so small, and you have this tall other girl dancing to her, and it just to see her do the moves that the older kids are doing, it's just like wow, you know, she's
And she's
really
still
getting
dancing
it.
today.
Yeah.
She's
Really?
she's
She
performing today.
And this is your youngest daughter.
Mireya, yeah. So she's teaching and still dancing.
And teaching as well.
yeah.
That is so awesome.
They just love it.
That's
they love
cool.
it, and
It's in the blood.
It's in the
Oh,
blood
yeah. And how often does this happen at home in the kitchen? And
all the time.
Well, with our grandbaby now, so we start hearing, and I go taran taran taran,
Yeah.
taran, and he's like getting
Getting
down,
into
boy.
Damn,
So-
you guys got to replace your floors every couple years, huh?
They're tiled,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah.
But it's open.
Yeah.
So we put on the music, and he knows, like, it's dancing. Like, if the music's on, we're all dancing. My mom's in there dancing, my girls, Rafa, me. So
Yeah, even still, that floor looks a little wavy from all the indentions.
Exactly. You know, the Derek, the ice cream man coming. Taran, taran, no.
yeah,
You dance to everything and
There we
the
go.
music that come by.
yeah. I mean that is so cool. And music, to me, music is everything. Music, music is my life. You know, no, I didn't play instruments growing up like you did. You know,
did I?
but
And he still doesn't. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
I still play. I play the harmonica.
No, he doesn't.
Harmonica,
He doesn't.
yeah.
No, he
I've
doesn't.
seen that.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I was gonna play it. I don't have it on me. Yeah.
You can't play it. Don't let him fool you.
You should hear me in the car, son. I sound
Do
pretty
you
good.
talk to aliens with it?
Yeah. So let's get to where are you both originally from? I know you said you lived in Central, but I mean
I grew up
born
there, yeah.
born and raised in Central. Yeah. I never knew that
You
till right
moved
now.
to Argentina, right?
Yeah, eventually you
Point.
moved to Argentina. That's I think where
Middle school.
I more remember you guys
Yeah.
right on Metropolitan,
Yes.
west from 12th Street, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
I'm a KC Mo girl.
Casey Mo.
Yeah.
Where about?
Casey Mo. Oh.
I grew up we grew up between the plaza and the west side. So do you know where WDAF is? Coleman Highlands?
Yes.
That's where I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents had their house there for over 45 years. My brothers and sisters, we were all raised there.
It's crazy because
That's
she lived
Southwest
next door.
Traffic Way
Well,
or
yeah, Carnes, right after
Carnes.
Carnes.
Okay, Carnes. That's right.
Yeah.
Her grandparents lived next door to her, right?
While we were growing up,
While
yeah.
she was growing up. Well, I had my abuelita that lived across the street from us on 8th Street. And then when we moved to on 12th Street,
Metropolitan.
my grandma lived like 6 houses down. My other grandma,
Your mom's
my mom, lived across the street. So I was blessed with
Right,
all the
yeah.
good food and all the hugs and all the treats and all the.
And your grandma would defend you.
Oh yeah, my grandma.
Were you the favorite?
I don't know. I just know I remember her.
We'll have to say off air.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Greg's going to be listening to this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know what I would.
Which
my
grandma?
dad's mom
Okay.
from Mexico, right?
Yep.
And then my mom's mom was from Argentina or whatever. That's where I knew she was.
Grandma Mary?
Grandma Mary,
Yeah.
right on.
I remember Grandma Mary, yeah.
Metropolitan. So, and of course, she spoke mostly English, but
Yeah.
she spoke both language. But so my dad's mom we call abuelita because she spoke Spanish, and my grandma we call grandma because she spoke English. So
Yeah.
that's how I distinguished it every
enough.
time. What grandma or abuelita? Who you talking about? You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, it was abuelita. Like, nowadays you hear Wita or Ita or abuelita. I mean,
Or
there's
Lolita.
so many. Like, which? Okay, well, speaking of grandmas, what is your nickname or what is the name?
So Julian calls me Mama, but I want him to call me Lita because I want him to call me Abuelita.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you work on that? How do you?
We
You just
We just tell him, like,
Yeah.
and then I also tell him, Grandma Martha.
You spank him till he gets it.
yeah.
We use corporal punishment.
Yeah. No, I make him do push-ups,
not until he
sit-ups,
Not until he says it, then we feed him. No.
deadlifts. Come on, let's get it.
Yeah.
Do stairs, let's get it.
Yeah. So Rafa, you lived in Central until how old were you?
So I went to Argentine. I went to Argentine. Oh, in 6th grade. So
you
I
started-
spent 6th grade there in Central, and then we went over to Argentina.
You came over
in
to the
6th
good
grade.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. You liked it, huh?
I liked it.
Yeah. And then from Argentine, you went to, where'd you go to high school?
Harmon.
Harmon.
Yeah, marching band, jazz band, symphonic band, orchestra band,
Rubber band, any kind
rubber
of band.
band,
Any kind of band you want to put
stretchy
it.
band,
Soccer,
Band.
football, track.
wrestling.
I was
You
busy,
did.
busy.
Yeah, so you were student athlete.
Yes, sir. I was top of my class.
So the soccer was already established.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was put in my junior year. Yeah, 88. I think that's when soccer came around.
We even had an assistant coach that came from Hawaii, Coach Robinson. It was from Hawaii. He was really.
There was
really-
soccer in Hawaii.
I was about to ask the same thing. I
Go
didn't
ahead,
know
ask.
there was soccer in Hawaii.
Good question.
Yes, sir. Yes,
a
sir.
great
I mean,
question.
he knew a lot more than our head coach. Our head coach was the math teacher, and he wanted to keep the program going.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like, I'm the head coach, but you run it, right?
Yeah. Man, soccer in Hawaii. I wonder how many soccer balls had hit the water. Yeah,
Probably not much. They're probably better because, you got to swim
Keep
out
control,
to the,
right?
Yeah, you got to run out there for the soccer ball. You might as well keep it on land so you can keep playing.
right? Yeah.
I mean, it's
Man,
like
I didn't-
volleyball, right? You play it next to the sand. You got to keep it.
Got to keep it in.
Yeah.
So Martha, you went to what grade school? I mean, what middle school did you go to?
I went to Redemptorist from kindergarten to 8th grade, and then I went to high school to Bishop O'Hara High School.
So we just skipped middle school. Huh? We just went.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, I know. It's all together. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we just did middle school at the same school.
Yeah. So at the 6th grade or 5th grade, you're like, oh, I can't wait to go to middle school, but you're still in the same school.
Correct. Same teachers.
Same teachers. Oh, really?
Same kids. Yeah.
Right. And then you said high school, you went to.
Bishop O'Hara. It's out by Bannister Mall. It used to be Bishop O'Hara, and then now it's they moved it to St. Michael's High School, like in Independence, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they closed it down.
How long ago was that? Do you know?
I think they closed it maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Not
Yeah.
too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I went there. My brother went there. My sister went there. My brother John Joe, and then my sister Norma. and we went there.
Yeah. Been a long time since I've seen your brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember your little brother. I mean, Javier was just little.
Javier.
You know, I remember him.
Yeah.
John, Tony.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Everyone's good. Gracias a Dios. Everybody's good.
Yeah.
They have grandkids now, and
Who has grandkids?
my brother Tony has grandkids. My brother John Joe has grandkids. Actually, everybody
Chacha
except
has
Norma,
grandkids.
Norma and Javi. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody has grandkids.
Man, that family's just growing.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask real quick. Is that a thing you do? What is that a thing? Gracias a Dios. You've done that a couple times now.
I think it is. Yeah.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
I've never.
My son
you don't hear
always
much?
teases me.
Yeah.
Like,
Our son,
He's silly.
Gracias a Dios. You know,
I've
like
ne-
whatever, because he really doesn't speak Spanish, but he knows it, and he'll use it when he has to.
tease
But
me.
it's so funny. He
Yeah.
uses it at the right time, and
Yes.
she's just like, "You're trying to annoy me. I
So
know
we,
you are."
we just got to thank God
Gracias
in
a
Spanish and English or whatever language.
I've never heard that before. Or seen that.
Thank
Someone
God.
do that.
You never heard Grandma Lupa say it?
Not really. Not that I can think back to.
Yeah, my mom says it quite a bit, but maybe not as often as you guys.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll start doing it myself though.
So, any great childhood memories stand out for you guys?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
yeah,
of
I
them.
think we have a few. I mean,
Well, are you talking about when we started dating? Or are you talking about just,
Damn. So you guys started dating as children.
so
Well-
the interesting thing is that
No, not
my tia
Yes.
is his madrina, and his tios are compadres with my parents. So we've always
Known
each other.
Through the
Our
crucillo.
families.
Exactly. And I was going to bring that up, the Corsillas, because that's where my mom and dad would
Yeah,
go.
great memories. That's
Right.
where our families knew your families. Our
Right.
parents knew your families. Yeah.
No,
so
Who didn't? Come on. I mean, small worlds,
Yeah.
honestly.
yeah,
In the
it is.
Mexican
Kansas
community.
City's small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even still, I mean, you had to know everybody because communication was very face to face back then. So you eventually learned everybody compared to now.
Yeah, and it's pretty wild because as you said, we know the Melgozas,
Yes.
the Zamoras, the Lopezes, and that's how we've all known each other since back then. So like when we had DJ Lisa,
yeah.
Oh
Lisa
yeah.
G, and that's one thing we talked about was the Corsillas. She remembers that, and of course the Olivas, Juan, and so, they all same thing. Everybody's just like you said, it's just a small world. And Martha, did family go to St. Thomas Church or?
My parents were married at St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were married at St. Thomas Church, and so was my oldest sister. She was married there before they closed. Yeah, so we remember, like my cousins, since they lived on the KCK side, the Torreses,
Okay.
they got married there, or they would celebrate their sacraments there. So
Yeah.
St. Thomas was
And the quinceañeras.
I was an
Yes.
altar boy there.
Yeah,
Oh, it
so-
was fun.
So was I.
It was
Ringing
fun?
Oh man, you had to ring the bell before everybody came, and so like I was
tower?
tiny, and I'm trying to pull this big old bell, right?
Yeah.
This rope that's there,
So
and then my
everybody's
brother
watching
comes
Rafa shoot
along.
up, and
My brother comes along. He's like, "I got you," and he just boom, and then I just hold on, and I'd fly up.
What are you, the little rascals?
Exactly, man. It was hilarious, dude. It was so much fun. That was like the highlight of going to church.
Yeah.
Like.
So and it's
Felt like
and there's-
Quasimodo.
So and you're familiar with the St. Thomas Church, right? Right next to the Shawnee Park where we used to play softball, where I play softball, in Armadale. Shawnee Park, right on the corner of Osage and
I don't know if
Street.
we've ever been in the church.
No, I don't think you
No.
guys have.
I think it closed.
Yeah. Yes, El Cañón. The
Oh, you know what? I lied. I have been in the church, but I've been there for like a clothing drive. I went to help out.
Yeah,
for,
there's a nonprofit there
yeah.
now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's they're still using it as
yes,
a nonprofit.
but
I believe
What
so.
you're thinking, Chris? Yes.
Yeah. So of course, I remember going to mass there with my family, the Garcias,
Wait, why would you? How,
Alfonso and Ramona Garcia.
Yeah.
my dad's brother, and that's a whole.
was
another
that the
different story.
church before? I guess like St. John right here.
well, I mean,
St. John the Divine, St. Thomas,
St. John Evangelist.
St. John
Oh,
Evangelist.
yeah, I mean right here. I mean like
Yeah. So you're not familiar with St. John the Divine,
no.
but yeah. But I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody here.
I mean it just sounds farther. That's all.
Well, I mean,
It's
it
off of
was.
7th
Right.
Seventh
You know
and
what's that?
Osage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
7th and Kansas Avenue.
So they consolidated the parishes, and so when they closed St. Thomas, most of the Latino community moved to All Saints. They kind of separated between All Saints, St. John the Divine, and St. John the Evangelist.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because then
And Holy Name. Holy Name.
oh, that's right,
down on South-
on Southwest Boulevard. And then you, of course, on the over here in the central side, you had St. Joseph, St. Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that church, and then what was the other one? There was another small church that we used to attend.
What's the other church?
St. Cyril's?
St. Cyril's,
Yeah.
yes. That one's still open or closed?
No, they closed it.
They closed it down.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
But there's another one off Parallel.
Blessed Sacrament.
Blessed Sacrament.
Okay, yeah. Man. Well, there's a lot of churches around.
Oh, yeah.
In
Kidding me?
KCK,
There's so many.
I think within like
10
I want to
blocks,
say
there's
a
a church. 10
mile
blocks.
radius. There's like seven Catholic churches.
Yeah.
The only reason I know that is because I was the director of religious ed for Cathedral for a couple years.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we would get all the kids from the different parishes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's just so many great memories there, though, of St. Thomas Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to play,
What-
our family band used to play in the parking lot of St. Thomas.
For the, fiestas?
Yes.
Or?
for the
Okay. Yeah.
fiesta. That's when you said childhood
Yeah.
memories.
Those
That,
are-
playing with my brothers and sisters, that was...
Yeah. Do you guys remember the carnivals that they used to have right where the, right on 7th Street and Kansas Avenue where the McDonald's, the Taco Bell, that was an open
Vaguely.
lot. It was an open lot, and every summer they would set up a carnival there. You remember that? Yeah. Because there at Shawnee Park is where my dad and his brothers used to play ball. So we were always excited to go there on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. While my dad was playing ball, we were across the street at the carnival. Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
remember St. Margaret's Park because my tío would play soccer with Rafa's family, with my suegro and his tíos.
Yeah.
So we would go on Sunday to go watch the soccer games.
Yep.
I remember
that
St.
too,
Margaret's.
And we would use St. Margaret's Hill.
To go
During the
sledding.
winters. You remember that?
Sled, yeah.
Yeah.
To go sledding.
Yep, we used to do that too. But as far as the soccer, my father-in-law played soccer there, and my uncle Andy, I don't know if you knew him, Andy Garcia. He played there, not the actor. I know, everybody thinks, he
Is that why you got the G on top? Or
Yeah, that's I use it as well for
you
that.
go.
Yeah. So growing up, did you guys? What was the thing that you used to use? Was it a bike, skates, skateboard?
Bike. My dad worked for the street
Scooters.
department, so he would bring us bikes that
Whatever people left behind.
exactly. And we had a big family.
Yeah.
And all the primos would come. And remember, I used to live across the street from my abuelita. And so she would make menudo on Sundays. And all our primos would come. So we needed bikes and so we would build bikes while my dad said, no, pues tienen que arreglarlos.
Right.
Okay.
You got to maintain them just
Yeah.
like we do with our
Exactly.
vehicles now.
So
you know?
a lot of our friends, even so on our block, we had güeros, mexicanos, güeros, africanos, across the street, some chinitos, probably Japanese too, or whatever. Laotian. Laos, yeah. And so it was a mixing pot right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only time we would get yelled at is because we played a lot of kickball in the middle of the street. And so
Where
it
else?
wasn't it didn't bring,
Was it a busy street?
nah.
Okay, well, see, it was
Now,
just-
if you were on Ohio or Tenney, that was a busy
Yeah,
street.
those are the busy streets.
And of
Unless
course,
you were
7th
riding
Street.
your bike down the street and
Oh,
a
yeah,
car
that's the-
crosses.
We would make go-karts because out of tablas, any
Yeah.
woods, any chairs that my dad, whatever we could find, we would build and we didn't have brakes, we didn't have motor, we just cruised
your
down
feet.
this
Found the
thing.
hill
You
and
just
you-
use your feet.
We would make
like
the
the
Flintstones.
Flintstones?
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, we would. And mom, hey, you're wearing out your shoes with her.
oh
Yeah, trying to use them as brakes.
Brakes.
And you have no soul in them anymore.
Oh yeah, we've
We
been there.
did the
done
Little
that.
Rascals, man. We would
Yeah.
put something together and just, man, if we had a tub or something, we would use it, just anything to slide down there.
Yeah, man. And then like you said, those hills, and then come wintertime, start sliding down the hills.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That was fun, man. That was a lot of great memories down that street.
See, and you talk about what we had growing up. I mean, what about our kids? Did the kids, you guys' kids, have bikes and like
Yeah, they had the scooters, they had the bikes.
big wheels?
The green machines.
No, I don't think we had. Did we have that? What
Tricycles.
did you remember, Miha?
Tricycle.
No green machine.
She said, "I don't remember. I was on my phone."
Yeah, she's like, I was on my phone. Put it down.
I remember the green machine. I
Do you
have a
remember-
picture. I was like 5 years old, and it was actually we had to share it because there was
Right?
6 of us, but probably 4 of us used it because the other 2 were older.
Older.
And I'd have to move the little seat back, the little plastic seat.
Yeah.
Or move it forward because I was so short. But yeah, we had a green machine. We had a long driveway. We also had these really like a big staircase that we would get pillows and cobijas and we would slide down the wooden stairs. Yeah, we had a great childhood. We would play outside. Our house was the party house. Like everybody would come to our house.
Yeah.
And I remember my tios, my cousins, like everybody was always there at our house it seemed like every weekend. And we always had a good time. We'd have water fights. We'd play cops and robbers on the bike. We would play kick the can.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. My tios would
Recess,
come and
race,
play basketball because we had a little half court in the back of our yard. I don't know if you remember coming to our house or not, but we always had fun. My tios would bring their guitars. Like those were my greatest memories. Is my tios and my cousins coming over. They would bring their instruments. We would sing. We would eat. My mom, was always so gracious and
Have to, yeah.
Making tortillas. She still makes
hand.
tortillas. Today she made
lives
us
with us,
tortillas. So we're
Lucky.
pretty spoiled
good.
and blessed. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I remember about my childhood, being together.
Yeah,
Our families
exactly.
being together.
And this is why, I've said this in the past when people bring up memories just like you did, and this is why I like doing this. When was the last time you guys have talked about everything you just brought up? I don't know if you do that very often, but everything you just brought up, everybody could be like, damn, I remember that. Yeah. So when people are watching this, they're like, oh yeah, I remember going to their house. And those are just great memories.
My grandparents, they lived next door to us, and my grandpa loved to host. So every Christmas we would have Christmas Eve at my grandparents' house. So they would invite their friends, the family. We would make tamales, and we would always have Santa Claus. It was really cool because we had both cultures, right? We had the food, and then we had the American culture with the Santa Claus. And my grandfather played the piano, so we would sing carols and open presents. Like my grandma would have presents for something small for everyone. Somebody in our family would dress up as Santa Claus. My dad, my tío, we carried on those traditions as our kids got older. So my brother, Rafa, they would take turns being Santa Claus. And it's just, being together and those traditions.
They didn't catch on? Why does Santa look kind of different this year?
Why does Santa
He's a
look
little
brown?
chunkier.
Smaller today?
Santa must have been in Florida or Mexico. He's darker this
Smaller, darker? What's...
You know what? When you have presents right next to Santa Claus,
I
they're
forget
not
that.
worried.
I forget
They're
that.
not worried about that. They're looking at the present like, when you gonna pass those out?
So when you would do that,
He pulled up in his truck. There's a sled.
That's so funny because
Go
we
ahead.
would make the sound.
I was just going to say
He would stand by the door with some bells.
No, actually, my brothers and Rafa, for our kids, they would go upstairs and my mom and dad's parents and go to one of the bedrooms and would tap on the floor to make it sound
So
like
all
the
the
reindeer
reindeers are coming,
were
right?
arriving.
Some coconut.
Okay.
shell.
So,
everybody says, "Oh, they're coming to the roof."
Is this breaking news? Because she may not have heard any of these stories.
I have so much to say.
Did you know I was Santa Claus one year? No.
Of course I did.
Yeah,
She would
we
be
were
like-
all there with.
She'd pull the mustache. Dad, is that you? I can't put that alone.
Yeah, I think you did do that one year.
That's funny.
I think that's my dad.
Oh yeah, Santa's here, but Dad's not here. Okay, yeah, all right,
But it was cute because they would say it and then they'd be like, "Oh no, we can't share that because our little cousins,
The smaller
the
cousins,
smaller
they don't know. You
ones
can't
Yeah.
ruin it for them.
right. So
Like you
They
hear
were like
Santa
the big
walk around upstairs, but he trips and you just hear shit. I'm like, Santa?
And occasionally we would have Mrs. Claus too.
Oh,
yeah, once in a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and some elves. We had
One
some
year we
green-
did have an elf because
yeah.
my cousin flew in from California,
Yeah.
and we
Is your
also
cousin
would,
short? Is the magic still there? I mean,
Oh,
like,
no.
you're like,
No,
yeah,
it
that's,
was
that
that's
short.
a big
She wasn't a
elf.
midget.
Well, what's that one movie? The elf. He's really tall.
Will
right?
Ferrell,
Will
yeah.
Ferrell,
Ferrell,
yeah.
Yeah, you got to show them that and then explain. Well, some
Exactly.
elves look 6'4".
That's funny. So it's well, real quick. I used to do that with my kids and with my nephews. I would show up. Of course, I pull up and okay, I'm here. Santa Claus is here. Can I come
Why
in?
is he using the door instead
And
of the chimney?
my nephews would be in there. They all shared one room, and so I'd start taking out the gifts, and I can hear them giggling and making noises. So I'd act out the part and do my thing, and then I can hear them laughing, and I'd stop, kind of turn around, and then they would be quiet, and I'd start making my way to their bedroom, and yes, please. I would make my way to the bedroom. And then they'd all jump in their bed and then just act like they're asleep. And I'd look in and, okay, guys better be asleep, and go back to the Christmas tree and they jump out of bed. And then I would do this for these kids too. Well, and those are good times. Those
And
are
how
great
would
memories.
you guys do Christmas? Like, do you let them do a gift Christmas
Yes,
Eve?
of
and
course.
then-
Yeah.
yeah.
So like with my
That
kids.
was, well, I mean, that,
Well,
let me tell it. Let me tell it.
Please,
Here's how it was.
please do.
It was either the longest night of our lives or
Christmas Eve, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that wouldn't end up till like 3 a.m. sometimes. I mean, because we go to mass and it's like, fuck, all right.
12 o'clock mass?
Yeah, we used to do that. I'm like, fuck.
Midnight mass.
Language, son.
That was long, man.
Those are the long nights.
I was like, all right, but we did it. It was like, all right, we gotta get through this, so we can go to bed, and then we can try and stay
But
up
would-
for Santa for like 30 minutes and then fall asleep.
Would you guys make cookies for Santa or anything?
Yeah, we do the whole thing.
Leave them
Well,
milk.
here's the thing where we went into, and we talk about this on another episode, is that we'd feel kind of bad. And once, eventually when we got older, it's like, damn, those cookies were sitting out for, 2-3 hours before they'd get up and, do the presents before we got up. I'm like, they got to commit. You got to commit to the bed. So you got to take a bite out of that stale cookie that's been sitting out
I'd eat
for.
those nasty cookies, and then
Drink that spoiled milk.
drink that warm milk. I would commit though. I'd
Part of
drink
the
it.
sacrifice.
Take
Right.
a couple bites of those carrots because we leave carrots out for
And
the
then-
reindeer.
And morning time comes and everybody's up
like, oh, they
at
took a
7 in the
bite.
morning and they're laughing. Oh, Santa ate our cookies and he drank our milk. I'm in bed sick. That milk just did not sit well.
Well, there'd be different ways we do it. Like as the younger ones, they'd come into our rooms and like we're not quiet about it like as kids, and they go, "Hey, Santa's been here," just real kind of loud. And then we go into their room, and like,
Whisper.
hey, Santa's been here. Come on, wake up. You got to make us breakfast.
Yeah. And then there'd be times, and then we had stockings for the kids, so we had the 4 stockings, and then we try to get up in
Did you have stuff in it?
3. Yeah,
No, it's just-
It used to be kind of
3,
themed.
4 in the
nice.
morning.
You get your underwear, your socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your little
Your
snacks that you
necessities,
knew
the things that you need,
Your
right?
toothbrush.
Yeah, of course.
Candy.
It works out
Yeah,
good.
okay,
Nice.
Marcos needed a brush. He didn't brush his hair, so we made sure he got a brush.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we knew which stocking was ours based on what was in the contents of the stocking.
Sometimes
Did it
we
have
forget.
a letter
Well,
on
they
the
had
stocking?
we knew which stockings
your
are ours.
name.
They're
Yeah,
different. They're
well,
all different.
They were all different, but sometimes I'd be like, "Whoops, Marcos, that's
That's
Mario's stocking, and this
Yeah.
year, and you have this one." Sometimes we forget, but wait, no, this is my stocking, and I'm like, somebody messed up somewhere, but we'll fix it right now.
I'm guilty of that too. But then what I did was I just bought the same thing for all 3 girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, that's what it turned into. It was
Yeah.
like instead of being like special, it was carbon
Yeah.
copies. They're
Perfect.
Spanish first language, Rafa?
Well, yes. So my dad always spoke to us in Spanish.
Yeah.
And he would always say, vas a aprender español en la casa y en inglés en la escuela.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. It was true because they weren't going to teach me Spanish in school as we're growing up.
Yeah.
And until you take it in middle school, high school, or whatever. But yeah. And then my mom, she always spoke to us in English. So, but I was blessed to have, because my abuelita lived across the street and she just spoke to us in Spanish. My abuelito spoke to us in Spanish. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess you would call it my first language.
Yeah. What about you, Martha?
I think so. I mean, my mom came to the States when she was 23,
Okay.
and she met my dad. And both my parents were born in Mexico.
Met your dad here?
Yeah. My mom met my dad here. She was coming to help my tío. My cousin Lucha was going to be born, and she was coming to help my tía. And she ends up staying. She meets my dad, and they get married after 3 months of knowing each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Meant to be.
My father-in-law was serious. He was like, she ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Funny story. She was engaged when she came.
Damn. Like
She was
someone back in
engaged.
He's
Mexico.
like, you
Yeah.
ain't, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you ain't going back. Yeah.
So they got married, and so my mom learned English. You know, I was like, ¿Y luego cómo se hablaron?
Yeah, how
And
did
he
you
was
guys-
like, a señas, you know,
Yeah. So your dad spoke Spanish.
English.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he spoke more English because he was raised here.
Yeah.
He came when he was 6 months. He was born in Silao, Guanajuato, and then came at 6 months. And then, so he was raised here. He became an American citizen when he was 14. And then,
Okay.
so my mom says that he didn't speak Spanish as well as she did, obviously. But they made it work, and they figured it out. And
So would you say your dad's Spanish was like broken?
English,
Like
yeah,
Spanish?
probably.
So if you
So like
spoke
mine,
to him,
I'm
you
guessing.
he could kind of understand.
Yeah.
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 I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. As far as we were talking about the music and the dancing, was music a part of you guys' lives growing up?
Most
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
That whole meme or TikTok about having music on Saturday morning to clean your house, that was
Right.
totally us.
That
So,
my
yeah.
mom
Totally
too.
us. Sonora
A
Dinamita.
great way to trick your kids into cleaning.
Yeah.
Just to get us
yeah.
excited and get us moving. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think we-
My
we've
mom had
continued
us
that.
into everything, doing laundry, mopping floors, sweeping. You know, we weren't just outside picking up leaves or that kind. But she had us in the house,
Yeah.
yeah.
preparing food or whatever. But she
But you
did
had the
most
mu-
of it.
It was
But you
always
had the
teamwork.
music. You had
Yeah,
the music.
always had the music.
Always had to be there.
When we were cooking, when we were cleaning.
We had instruments in our dining room because we played as
Do you guys have a piano in there?
we had an
Organ?
Yeah, on a stand we had an organ.
Organ?
Like a,
No, not like an organ for a church.
a keyboard.
You living in church?
Yeah, keyboard.
Okay, keyboard.
Yeah.
A keyboard.
What was that?
Sorry.
No,
That organ?
What was that?
Hey.
It was
We borrowed it from the cathedral.
There was
The
was
big
it a
old
Casio?
step
Was it the
Casio.
brand? Yeah.
Yes.
Yamaha or
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, we had one. we had one. My mom ordered one just because I was like, oh, I want to learn how to play like Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I was blind to the music as well. Just
Yeah, I guess
as
so.
he was. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's. And then that organ is that thing is still in the
garage.
house.
Yeah, we took it out of the storage unit.
Yeah, we still have it. I still have it in the box. It's crazy.
Nice.
It probably doesn't even work. It's probably all locked up. Oh man,
That's
Stuck.
kind of that's funny though. You just had instruments kind of around the
Dun,
house.
dun-dun.
So anytime like a
dun.
musical just moment needed to break out, you just open up the
you
cupboard.
were
and-
ready.
yeah, that's very.
thank goodness I picked
cartoonish.
up the harmonica.
Yeah, no, he means that literally. He picked it up. That's all he did. He
He
hasn't
said
played it.
literally.
He just picked it up.
I
No
just
playing
picked it up and move it out of my way. Chris, I can play though, right?
No.
So Chris Noage was supposed to teach me how to play the trombone.
Oh.
Is there any brass in you guys' bands?
I played trumpet in middle school and high school. Well, I played jazz band, symphonic band.
You
pep band.
can you still play?
Marching band.
Can you still play if you had to?
Yeah.
How come you
So I
don't?
played with her cousins too. Tropical
Tropical
Azul. I
Azul.
played the bass with them. But that's what I learned when I was with the family band.
Tropical Azul. Okay, so you guys were the Cumbia Kings of Kansas City, right?
Yes, those were fun times.
You guys were fun.
Oh yeah,
That was
we-
fun to
They
listen
were
to you
fun.
guys
It
play.
was, man.
So that was part of your family as well.
Those are my cousins.
Those are your cousins.
Andres
were-
and Jose Torres are my cousins. They're my
Luchas.
first cousins.
Yes,
Luchas
yes, yes,
brothers
yes.
and sisters.
Okay, and so before Tropical, they were
Cielo Azul.
Cielo Azul. See, all these things.
And then my other cousins,
I remember
the
all these bands.
Martinezes, had Interrogación Tropical.
Oh my goodness.
They lived off of 10th Street. Do you remember?
Shit,
Yeah.
you got any CDs? We need to,
Tropical Azul had a CD.
yeah, I think I have that. I think I have that CD.
Fun.
Yes.
It's still fun to listen
Yeah.
to.
Oh,
And
what's
you
it
can
like
also
to listen?
find them on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. they're on
Videos too.
Yeah, there's still videos.
Yeah,
I think
actually,
it's just the songs.
we years ago, you guys were still playing, and you guys played in Topeka for a New Year's Eve party.
Uh-huh.
Remember that?
Topeka,
That
they
the
always
Marriott,
called us over there.
Ramada
The
Inn.
the
Inn.
Ramada Inn. Yes, right off the
Yes,
highway.
right
Right,
off the
there.
highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember we loaded up the SUV that I have, and there was like 6 of us couples. We boom got in there, went there, partied with you guys, and yeah,
They had
that was a good memory.
Couple of different, sometimes depending on how they set it up, but they had a couple of different bands in different halls. I don't know if you remember that, or maybe they didn't that year. But
Rafa,
they started to
we were
grow.
there to listen to you.
Yeah,
we
I
were
hear you,
worried
man.
about
I
the
hear
other
you, yeah.
bands.
I don't know who was there. I mean, Selena, she could have been there. I was like, I don't want to hear that. We're gonna go listen to it.
Exactly. We were like,
Yeah,
We
those
were
were fun
rocking.
times. My girls
Oh, this
loved
is a-
those times
Oh,
because they were at every quince.
yes. They had
Yeah.
to be there
Every
with us.
dance. They're like, does Dad play this weekend?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had to
Those are
watch
good
the
times.
guys, man, because my girls are all dancing, and they would dance with their cousins, and I mean, there was a group of them, but gotta make sure these boys over there.
Yeah, right.
I'll be playing them and staring at them, like, but I'll be dancing at the same time. Right?
Look at that expression.
Giving them
And then
the
I'd scoot
eye.
down there, I'm like, cabrón.
Right. Rafa's one on one side of the stage, and all of a sudden he's
Yeah.
on this side,
Yeah.
right next to
I
someone
was
else.
walking behind him. He was going to the restroom. I was still behind him. Tum, 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 tum.
Always had an extension someone behind
Exactly,
you.
dude.
Yeah. So, real quick, where did you guys meet?
We met at the fiesta of St. John the
St. John Divine, the fiesta.
Yeah. How old were you guys? Do you remember?
15.
15 years old.
Because when we first met that time, I got to tell the story because this is
Yes, go ahead.
It's kind of funny. My cousin Serafine and her best friend Maria were dating. And so my cousin says, "Hey, Marta wants to talk to you." Who's Marta? And, oh,
This
okay.
is his version, okay?
No,
There's two sides of the story.
No, it ain't two sides. This is how it was for real. And so I was like, "Oh yeah, I see her. I know who you're talking about." He's like, "Yeah, she wants to talk to you." So I looked over and she's with her friends and I'm with my cousins. We're a little bit of ways in the parking lot, and I was like, like come
Oh,
over,
he's like,
like
"Come
hey,
here."
yeah,
Oh,
hey, man.
yeah, chica.
Man. And she was like, she's like halfway, like, all right, yeah, we could do that. So we met halfway. And so we end up starting to talk. We go out to the sidewalk kind of away from the fiesta and our godparents. So they're your padrinos.
Yeah, my Nina Tina and my
Nice.
Nino Jean Vigil, who has passed away in paz descanse, they were my baptismal padrinos. And then come to find out, well, I didn't really know until that
Yeah,
evening
until we
that
talked.
they're also his padrinos
Yeah.
for baptism.
Yeah.
So my Nina sees us walking and she's like, "Oh, my ahijados."
My ahijados. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought she was going to say my ahijado.
Yeah.
But she said my ahijados. And I'm like, what? Are you? And then we figured it
Wow.
We
out.
had the same padrinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty cool.
yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah. Do you remember you guys' first date?
Yes. Well, I think.
Yeah, let's
So
hear
we-
your
That day
version.
doesn't.
we
That day
met-
doesn't count.
You know what? Since he gave us that story, we're gonna go
Okay,
with this
so
story,
What
Yeah.
I can
and
remember
you're gonna have to accept it.
No,
is
I would accept
it was in 1990 because my brother was getting married that year. He got married that year. And so I think that fiesta was like in July, and August 4th was his wedding day. And my brother had said to invite Rafa's family.
Okay.
And so I think that was our first date
Yeah.
because you end up coming to the wedding.
Yeah.
And then after
had to
that,
be there.
We started dating. Yeah.
Couldn't
That's
miss
the way the
out.
story went?
Oh yeah, that was the story. Right
It's probably better than your version.
there. Yeah, it was. No, but we couldn't. They couldn't take us off the dance floor. If there was a
Yeah,
song
we
being
love
played
to dance.
Yeah,
We danced every song all the time.
all the time.
I know because when Sandy and I are out there dancing and we see the Ramirez's hit the dance floor, we're like, oh shit, we gotta have to step it up now. Yeah,
It became a
they
marathon.
do more turning and you know, this and that. I'm like,
Hey.
damn it,
I'm-
somebody's getting
They need
dizzy.
a, they
I'm
need a
not that good of a
5-foot wide
dancer.
perimeter.
Exactly. Yeah, we do. No, but as our kids were growing up, so it was, of course, us two. And then the first...
Lucero.
Lucero comes on. So we're dancing with her, right? And then
Uh-huh.
she gets old enough to
To walk
stand and
and-
walk. And so
and
we're dancing with her.
dance.
And then we got our other...
Marisa.
They're
They say you're not supposed to shake a baby, man. What are you doing?
good.
I think the more
She did all right.
She's okay.
Doing all right.
Yeah, she's doing good.
You know, when there's an earthquake, it won't bother her, you know?
She just starts, oh, I got this.
She knows how to sway.
Yeah, turn the music up.
Actually, all my girls are really good dancers.
Yeah.
That's good.
They get it
I
from
dance
her
with
dad.
all of them. So Martha would get tired. I go to Marcelo and Marisa, Mireya.
Yeah,
So you
go.
girls, your girls are really good dancers.
they are.
My boys,
We can dance.
anyway,
Okay.
that's for another day.
We can dance.
My son can dance, but he won't show us that he.
No.
He has rhythm and everything, but he prefers not to show.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the night's almost over. You got one more song. They're telling you, you know,
They're telling you
at
this is the
least
last
gotta
song
dance
right
one
here.
song with mom, you know,
Right?
And he'd, you know, do the rolling his eyes,
Yeah.
you know, and acting like it wasn't fun or
torture.
it's like
It's okay.
man.
It's okay.
But
How
Yeah.
how many years now married?
30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years by
So that means
court.
that was 90.
Like court.
Yes, we got married.
Oh,
by
okay,
court
you got married by court first.
and then we had to wait a year to get married by church.
Her,
Oh, okay.
her uncle was a priest, or still is.
Is a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Father Marty.
And we were young, and we understood.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure if he was going to marry us, he wanted to make sure we waited
Make sure you
a
were the right
year.
guy.
Yeah.
Not that I was the right guy. He didn't have to make sure, but he just wanted to make sure we connected. Right?
We were
We
young.
had-
Lucetta was on her way,
Yeah.
and so he wanted to make sure that it was.
You guys did it right.
Yeah, we had to
we
go to
were
marriage
18, so-
marriage classes. We were babies having babies.
no,
We were young.
we was grown.
So I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember this, but our marriage classes. Do you guys remember
yes.
oh yeah,
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Married. What's
That's
that
right.
mean? Hold on. Wait.
Did
Go-
we have marriage classes with you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
You were in
With-
marriage classes?
that? Well, we did a class before we got married. So
Yeah.
That's interesting.
There's a booklet and everything.
Yeah,
you
we
do.
didn't pass that test.
They pulled you aside. Are you guys sure about
Are
What?
you guys sure?
I was like, well, who needs a book?
I know. Well, you guys were 16, 17 years
We
old.
were 18.
18 years old.
Yeah.
18.
We were of legal age, but
You failed the class. You said, "Well, I got one coming, so you know what? I gotta do this."
Lucetta was
Now-
on her way.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you guys remembered that.
yeah.
We were with
would
with
go to different
George,
houses.
George and Norma.
Oh my gosh, you have a great memory.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even remember their names. I just remember going to the houses once a
Yes.
week
I think it was
or once every
Yeah.
other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and following the book. And
Interesting. I, didn't
I was
know.
like, oh, I know some people here.
Yeah. We.
you guys sat next to each other, but we're messing around the whole time.
Yeah. For real.
probably your dad.
You know
and
how it
Rafa.
Oh,
We had to make it interesting.
I know, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna.
God, I could just imagine that class. Should this partnership be 50-50? No.
No, 100.
There we go. Yes.
That's not an option. We need to change these options.
Yeah.
Multiple
We
choice
were
first.
actually making the marriage classes. We weren't,
There we
learning,
go.
There you
we
go.
weren't learning it.
Yeah. All right, well, we're coming down to the end of our episode, so we need to kind of speed up some things. So we're going to play this little game that we'll do first. I'm sure you guys seen this little game, right?
Yeah.
So that is yours.
Thank you.
This is yours, and then you guys get to choose whether if it's you. So it's either who. So what I have is
This Republican, Democrat, this is political.
oh, let's not go there.
No,
Just kidding.
let's
So
not.
it's either my first. We'll do the first question, which will be most likely to. Okay, so who is most likely to sing in the shower?
both.
Both,
Yeah.
Show us.
of course, because they're both in the shower together.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, let's go to the next one. Most likely to forget an important date. Yeah.
Yeah.
To steal the other's pillow.
Oh, I give her my pillow.
think
She
that's
has
me.
to always have a pillow.
Yeah,
so,
he doesn't have to always have a pillow.
Yeah,
that would. Be
I don't need. She don't have to
I would
steal
steal
it.
his pillow and his blanket
Now,
because
so-
I'm the cold one. I get cold.
You know what? I just read
just
this.
warm her
I just
up.
read this here recently that there's a lot of people like to hug on pillows.
I do that.
You know, and what it means.
Those of us who are lonely.
No, well, that you could do that, but what it means is you've lost somebody in your life, and you're holding that person with that pillow.
That would be my dad.
Yeah. So you're holding that pillow, so your dad's there with you all the time.
Yep. Yep.
That's good. And I do the same thing. I have my pillow, yeah, and I lost my dad too. So when I read that, I was like, oh, that's true. It works.
But I don't hold a pillow. I just keep them in my heart. So.
Oh yeah, and that's all good too. But that, that's just one of those things that.
While you're laying there without a blanket or pillow.
Exactly.
Most likely to be the first to give up.
Give up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're,
I'll give in.
Give up?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean give up?
I mean,
Like
just
if we're arguing.
Oh, for arguing?
I'd probably be.
mama's
Yeah.
got to win, right?
Probably.
Oh,
Rafa,
yeah.
yeah.
Happy
That
life.
probably,
Happy
yeah.
wife,
Happy-
happy
there you
life.
go.
You're right.
No.
Yeah. Okay, how about to start an argument for no reason?
For no reason.
Start an argument. Probably because I'm cranky.
Maybe
Yeah,
me.
probably.
I don't think you're not very controversial.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's good though.
I'll admit it.
Who's most likely to try an exotic food?
Oh,
I don't do different food.
No?
I don't really. Nah, I'll try. I mean, it has to be. I don't like to buy a big old plate of something
not
and
gonna
I don't
eat
even
it.
know.
I'll eat
what
off of someone else's if they're
Exactly.
offering.
That's how I like doing it.
Most likely.
exotic things? Him. Like petting a shark and
Oh, things. yeah.
jumping from a
You do
10,000
that. I was
foot
thinking you could,
airplane,
yeah.
13,000 feet. Like
Yeah.
You've done that?
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
stuff.
That's
He's
the
a
stuff that
daredevil.
Jeez. Okay, good for you, man. Who does the grocery shopping?
Me.
Yeah.
Me and the kids.
You don't do any
I
shopping.
don't hardly do. Well, I mean,
unless
like,
you have to.
It's
Sometimes-
one of those things that I'm
On my way
working
home.
late or whatever, and I'll say, "Hey, babe,
Do you
is there
need
something we need before
Yeah.
I come home?" So that's my part. But most of the time, all the groceries,
Cheese
all
and
that,
sour cream.
organizing all that, and getting what we're gonna make for dinner and da da da.
Yeah. To leave the house without your phone.
I did that today.
today.
She just did that.
They who complains the most?
Me.
I'm not going there. I'm good right here.
I can be honest.
Who's the better cook?
Oh yeah,
Me.
for sure.
For sure, right?
She's learned. Yeah.
Who's the better dancer?
Rafael.
Rafa. Okay. Dang. All right, John Travolta.
No, what's up?
Who's the better entertainer?
Rafa. Look.
Oh,
I guess, yeah. Who makes the bed in the morning?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, you do too
yeah.
sometimes.
I like to help.
I read somewhere that
Like to do
if you
my
make your
part.
bed in the morning, that's the way you should always start off your day.
Yeah.
You've already accomplished one thing.
But
And then
my
just-
side still made because I sleep on top, Chris.
He doesn't ruffle the blankets or pull them.
No.
Or,
You
So
sleep
I
in,
just have
so
to
you sleep in your work
straighten it
clothes.
out.
No. I gotta have my shorts and my t-shirt. But she's cold and I'm hot, so I sleep
I
right
have to
on.
sleep with the
yeah.
fan on and the air conditioner, and I have to have my San Marcos blanket to keep warm.
Nice.
Big ones, thick ones.
Out of you two, who's the easiest to get along with?
Who's the easiest to get along? I think
Probably
we're
Rafa.
both. I think we're both.
Both easy
We're
to get
both.
along. Who's the most disorganized?
That's hard because we're
Nah,
we're both
I like to
very
have my
organized.
stuff.
You gotta have your stuff in
Yeah,
line.
I think we're both. Yeah,
both
we
pretty
like to
organized.
try to stay organized. Martha's really schedules and stuff, events, and everything that we got to do. Kids going on, food.
Out of your kids, who was the messiest? Point
It
back
doesn't
there.
show over
You
there.
gotta turn that upside down.
This one like that.
Wait, was she the one? Because I had a son. I have a son right here who has a dresser, and the drawers don't close.
Oh.
Oh, Chris too.
Maybe he
the
needs a
drawers
new
don't
dresser.
close, and the clothes it looks.
Maybe
it,
you need a new dresser,
No, it
right?
it literally looks like their dressers threw up
Oh.
because everything's just hanging out of the dresser, and so Chris is like that. Eli and my daughter's the same way. I went into her, and all the drawers were open.
You don't know. I
drawers
live
threw up.
somewhere else.
You live alone? I mean, you live somewhere else? Why? Because we were tired of it. So we're like, get the hell out of here. You need to go. Who's on social media the most?
Me.
For sure.
Yeah.
How can you be when you're forgetting your phone all the time?
I just forgot it once.
Yeah.
Today.
And it just happened to be today.
It happened to
But
be today.
I mean, she's doing work right before we gotta come, and I'm like,
He's like, we need
oh
to
yeah, I
hurry
have a
up.
client
It's
at
like, I have a
5, and I'm
client
like,
at 5.
what do you mean you got a client at 5? We got other stuff we got already planned.
But 5 to 5:30, and I did it. I made it.
She got it done. She
Yeah.
got your work done?
I just forgot to do payroll, but I did. I got it done.
Yeah,
There you go.
she
7
gets
o'clock.
it done. That's the thing.
We figure it out all the time. That's the deal.
All right, but before we end, let's plug your businesses real quick. I know you guys both have a business out there.
Yeah, I own Servicios Ramirez. It's an administrative payroll and bookkeeping business. It's my 27th year, and yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a blessing.
Nice. It's Servicio Ramirez.
Servicios Ramirez.
Servicios Ramirez. But what if somebody who doesn't speak Spanish, do they just say
Servicios Ramirez.
Servicio?
Cervezas?
Cervezas with the Ramirez's?
Ramirez,
Heck
yes.
yeah, I'll do that.
It kind of, yeah, we try to work it at that angle, you know.
Yeah, come have a beer
Beer with the Ramirez.
with the tax prep
Beer with the Ramirez.
and payroll.
Yeah. How long have you had this business?
Since 1998.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started. It's
Good
a
year.
home-based business.
1998.
98.
It's a home-based business. It's
Good
what
for
helped
you.
us pay for club
The kids'
volleyball,
private school.
Haircuts.
everything. My son, it's so funny because he'd be like, "Tax season's coming," and then he'd ask me for the new game or
No,
whatever,
yeah.
NBA 2020 or whatever was out
Yeah,
at that
right.
time.
And
So-
what about you, Rafa? What do you?
So Ramirez Contracting, 2019. So I used to work for St. Teresa's Academy, and that's where my girls used to go to school. So they would, from there I went to Rockhurst High School,
Okay.
where my son went to school.
To work.
To work. I was a maintenance manager.
Okay.
Yeah. But I throughout, well, it started out family, needing things done, and then I went with friends, and then it grew from there. Like the teachers needed help with their projects at home, and
Yeah.
so I had a lot of
Side
teachers,
work.
side work,
Side
a lot
gig.
of side work, and I was like, man, when am I gonna? So I wanted to start the business with my dad, but he passed before.
21.
Yeah, and so I did side jobs as Ramirez Contracting, but I wanted to fully stop working for somebody else and work for
Do
myself.
your own thing.
And but
No, good for you. That's
yeah.
that's cool.
It's hard, but it's awesome to be your own boss and
Yeah.
set our own schedules. And we volunteer a lot for the church and for I Am Dom.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Am Dom Foundation. These are for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
So those are, that's it, near to our heart.
Thank you so much. And yeah. Oh, and then this is an official Super Bowl. You guys went to the Super Bowl.
Yes,
We did.
we took
That
our
was-
son. The girls couldn't go, but we went to the one in Miami too. With
Did you?
when they won the first one, and we were blessed. It was just us two, but we were blessed to go to that one.
That's
too.
awesome. Yeah, congrats.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I mean, winning KC winning that one after 50 years or whatever.
Right.
You know, like, yeah,
See here, okay. Here's the deal. I'm a Cowboys fan, right?
yes.
So people give me a lot of crap saying, "Man, you guys haven't been there in 26 years. The Chiefs haven't been there in 50 years, and finally got it, which is cool." So I think my team might get there before 50. I'm hoping.
yeah,
Yeah.
possible.
Be a good year.
Yeah. And boy, would I love to see the Cowboys play the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that would be.
They did
nice.
play like
No, and
a
the
couple
Super
years
Bowl.
ago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, as a Super Bowl, yeah.
Played.
That
Yeah,
was-
his cousins
Yeah.
are from Texas.
Yeah, big
live in
Dallas
Dallas, so
Nice.
they're big Cowboy fans too.
Heck yeah. You're gonna have to come on to the show.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll bring him on.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, but well,
Thank you.
we come to the end.
Thank
I know,
guys.
we could probably sit here and talk more and more
yeah.
about everything and whatever we wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, we appreciate you having
Yeah.
us, and we
Thank
feel
you so much.
honored and blessed to be here.
Thank
and
you.
congratulations to you
Yeah.
guys, and
Yeah.
good luck with all your future endeavors for this
thank you
to
so
grow.
much. Yeah. Thank you so much. And Rafa, if I need my bathroom bigger, I'm calling you.
That's yeah,
His
do it, man.
certification is in commercial HVAC,
Yeah.
but he does everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like putting everything
everything.
together. Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have fun.
Yes, thank
And,
you.
I hope you didn't stress out because I know you had some work to do, but you got it done.
Got it done.
Sweet.
I'm used to multitasking.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome because I sure can't do that.
Feeding babies, making food at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I think we're good. Well, thank you
guys.
so much for
Yeah,
joining us
thank
again.
you for
and,
having us.
I'm glad you guys are
That
here.
was fun.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until another day. Adios.